5. Resident Evil 2. What a great game this was. I mean, look at the graphics, and to this day, you can still get scared by this game, which blows my mind. How can you get scared? But look at the graphics. They're awful. But you know what? The atmosphere, the feel, being alone most of the time in this game really puts that fear in you. Not to mention the crazy creatures like the lickers and the zombies. And let's not forget the reason why I'm talking right now, Mr. X. He used to scare the crap out. I used to literally crap my pants when this guy came through a wall. He's scary. Not only that is he scary, but he takes way more bullets than anybody should naturally take. And he used to scare the crap out of me all the time as a kid. I remember playing this game alone, in the dark, in my room, by myself, nobody home. And all of a sudden this guy would burst through the wall and I'd scream like a little girl. And it's one of the things I'll always remember about this game, and I love it to death. And I hope you all love it just as much as I did, and I hope you all love being just as scared as I was.
Man, why doesn't anyone ever listen to me?
4. Bioshock, what a fantastic game. Can't get over it. There's so many memorable moments, from the plane crash to an underwater city, to the Big Daddies, to the Little Sisters, to the plasmids, to the splicers, to the robots, to the hacking, to Atlas, to, Andrew Ryan. It's just brilliant game. But there's one moment in this game that stands out above anything else, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Would you kindly? Would you kindly is a phrase that haunted my dreams, making me realize that not all games just want you to go from point A to point B, but you're conditioned to do it. You're brainwashed as that player. I answered the first call of this man. He wanted my help, and I gave it to him, without even thinking that I was being told to do so. Would you kindly? Something that Andrew Ryan has shattered my memory with. Atlas, losing your friend, becoming nothing more than a slave. What separates a man? A man chooses, a slave obeys. Don't ever forget these words, because I certainly
Kill! Juices! Obey!
3.
Strange, and you never even feel it. Who you gonna call?
Strapping on the Proton Pack, Ghostbusters the video game. What an amazing game. To finally be able to bust some ghosts with my fellow Ghostbusters. Finally, after all these years of waiting, a proper game with the actual people from the movie. We had Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, Ernie Hudson, Annie Potts. Hell, you had a lot of ghosts from the first movie too. You had Slimer, you had the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, you even had a Skull of Gozer. You had Ivo Shandor. You had a painting of Vigo, but nobody ever cared. You didn't get the Sclair brothers, but you didn't care because you were busting ghosts, trapping them, and feeling good. And this game was fantastic to me. It blew my mind. I finally got to bust some ghosts with the best of them, from the brilliant cutscenes to the great dialogue that Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis wrote up for this game. I'm so excited to say that this is one of my favorite games, and it will always be in my library, so I can always bust some ghosts with the best of them.
He's tuned and ready to go.
You may feel a little tingle.
2. Halo, the very first Halo. What a memorable game that was. Oh my goodness, I remember plasma grenades, hunters, killing them in the back with one pistol shot. It was one of those games where it set the tone for shooters, and it made me really get into them for the first time. And I'm sure a lot of kids, even today, love Halo like I did. But nothing in a whole series was better than the final level of Halo. Driving that warthog, that indestructible warthog, through twists and turns and always trying to get faster every time you did the last level. And then finally getting to where you had to be only to find Cohammer, your loyal companion, your ride, your pickup, and your drop off through the whole game dies. And you have to go, you're the last survivor. And you finally think you get to see Master Chief's face and get filled with disappointment, but still, the music, the movement, the explosions, everything leading up to that moment was fantastic. And it's something I'll always remember in my mind. Number 1. Yeah. Final Fantasy VII, what a fantastic game. I could play this game all day, all night, every minute of every day. And I could go on about it, about the summons, the story, the characters, the limit breaks, the world, the origins, and all, hell, it had a movie afterwards, which you don't really get with a lot of games. And it's one of the most popular games of all time, and for good reasons. And I'm sure a lot of you think, like, oh, he's gonna talk about Aerith's death. No. I don't care that she died. Be honest, when I played it as a child, didn't even play as her. Didn't want to play as her when you were forced to play as her, and didn't care that she died. What I thought was the most memorable thing to me as a child was defeating the weapons, and 2 weapons in particular, and that's Emerald and Ruby. They were so insanely powerful. Ruby and Emerald weapon were 2 giant beasts that roamed the Final Fantasy VII world. And by roam, I mean they pretty much stuck to 2 places. But they were very heavy hitters. And I believe they were actually more powerful than Sephiroth. And I think they have well over 500,000 hit points, which is quite a lot. And I remember back in the day trying to get these guys and figuring out the math. If I did 9,999 damage to them with this and this and this and this, and just trying to come up with hundreds and thousands of different ways of materia, going through hours and hours of planning and thinking and all this and all that stuff. You have to also remember, this was kind of the time when, like, the internet was still something like you didn't just instantly go to. You didn't just go straight to the internet, look up a guide on how to beat them. No. You would have to figure stuff out for yourself, and it was crazy trying to figure out how to do these. And then finally, when you figure out the final combination of materia, after going through all the chocobo races just so you can get the gold chocobo, so you can get the best summon, and use the summon to combine with HP absorb and all this other stuff, and mimic, and God, I can go on and on about how you got to defeat these guys. There's probably a bunch of different ways. The way I remember was finally getting Knights of the Round. One of the coolest summons I can think of, and having him just spam the shit out of it, and having just spamming it and constantly mimicking myself over and over and over while absorbing HP in every turn. Just bam, oh god, okay again, bam, okay again, bam, okay again, over and over until finally they fall. And that took so very long, and I remember after finally defeating them and sweating bullets the whole time while fighting them, finally defeating them and jumping up and being so happy that I finally defeated two of the most powerful things in this whole game. And it used to make me so excited to finally defeat them. And to this day, I still play this game, and I still look forward to fighting them every time. If this game ever gets remade, like it's been talked about for years and years, I'll definitely be buying it, because this is one of the most memorable games that I remember. One of the first disc-based Final Fantasy games. It's 3-disc, one of the first 3-disc games I ever owned. And from here until the end of time, I'll always remember defeating these two giant creatures known as the Lectors. Thanks for watching my very first top 5 video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Also, if you want to see another top 5 video, let me know what you want to see. Maybe I can put something together. Who knows? Maybe we have common interests. Didn't agree with my top 5 video? Let me know in the comments below. Always willing to talk to the fans. As always, thanks for watching, and I appreciate it all the time. Love you guys. Bye!